I'll start by saying how proud I am of my team. That team we just played is very, very talented. Really good size on both sides of the ball on the offensive defensive line. Tremendous skill. Very good in the defensive backfield. Saw a lot of man coverage, and I thought we had some young receivers that made some plays in some big moments. I can't say enough about these three guys next to me and what Dedrick Lassie has done all season. We're here because of those guys. I'm so proud of them. These seniors, a couple of these seniors, we had 14 of them. And just a couple of short years ago, their sophomore year, wasn't in the playoffs at all. And in 2 short years, to get us in the play in the very last game and down the last possession, I can't say enough about them. I'm so proud of them. I don't know how many of them this is their last game, but I know this: when a bunch of really good kids come together for something bigger than them, you can make some things happen, and I'm proud of them.
Okay, we can open it up to the media.
Coach, you're down double digits at halftime. What do you tell the guys in the locker room that really, saw a surge there in the third quarter?
Challenge their toughness. Something that I know a lot of programs do and a lot of coaches do, but I think that's something that, I talked about these next 24 minutes is bigger than just the next 24 minutes. The way you respond, the way you quit, if you pout at halftime, what's done in the first half was done in the first half, and we're not changing that. So you say a lot about your character and a lot about your last name and how you represent our school and your teammates, how you represent our 14 seniors. They don't care what happened in the first half. Nobody wants to see you hang your heads and pouty lips. That was the message. It's bigger than just a game of football. This is something, win or lose, man. It's going to be a memory that lasts forever. And it is, right? It is not what we wanted. But I know this: after 2-score deficit at half, we could have let that thing be a 6-score deficit, and that memory would have stuck with us and hurt you a lot longer in your life, and coming back and tying this thing up and taking the lead and coming down to the end.
For Dedrick Lassie, the running back. First of all, first half things were a little bit tough for you, but in the second half things opened up. What did you see in the second half that enabled you to find the holes that you find?
The O-line. I'm going to shout them out because they opened everything up for me. I just had to make the extra move, but they opened the holes up bigger, they strained, and everything was easier.
Yeah, Coach, Southern Lab connected on a lot of those deep balls in the second quarter. I guess how much of a challenge was their speed and athleticism?
Yeah, really good out wide. They got really good players, and give those guys credit because they made plays when they needed it. They were down 2 scores at one point, and they came back and made some big plays. We were in zone coverage, so it wasn't like they ran by. We just weren't quite where we needed to be, understanding their speed and understanding the depth we probably needed on some of the deeper routes.
Hey, Coach, you guys are pretty productive in the passing game. How much did that kind of open things up for Dedrick maybe there in the second half?
I think that played into it. I talked about being proud of him. We got a sophomore quarterback who didn't grow up even playing this game. He was a baseball guy. He just kind of picked up some shoulder pads and helmet a year ago, and here he is leading us to a state championship game. And part of the reason we ended at the end is because of the passing game. And you got it. We knew going in with what they do man coverage wise. Man coverage puts extra people in the box. It was going to be tough early on. But what Brock's done and our young receivers did in that first half kind of did loosen up the box a little bit, and our offensive line played a little better. And Dedrick just decided I got to make some plays, and he did that early in the second half.
Coach, after the game, you had told the guys, we'll be back, keep your heads up. What have you seen from the youth and the talent, that you have on this roster right now that gives you the confidence to look them in the eyes after a tough loss like this and tell them that?
We start out wide. We start the game with 2 8th graders and a 9th grader. Dedrick's a junior. But that's not to take away anything. The seniors, I'm so proud of them, right? So now those guys got a taste of what it's like. Those guys got a feeling of what that feels like to lose that game. I know our seniors are going to be proud of that, and I know they're going to come back and watch those guys because I do believe we'll be back. And you know, I know how hard it is to get here, but I believe in our program. I believe in our young guys, and I know our seniors are going to be really proud to come back and watch those guys.
For the players, just talk about the experience of getting this team back to the Dome, and you know, for the guys returning, just talk about being able now to put that together for next year.
Yeah, my 8th grade year, I didn't expect that. And whenever Coach Lee came in here, he was like, "Dude, we going, like, you know, ifs, ands, and buts. Like, we coming here to win the state championship." And I believe further down the road, he's gonna do that. I'm gonna be in that stand cheering him on. It was a great moment. And I never thought this would be better than anything else in my life.
Well, kind of talk about what your coach talked about, kind of the journey. You play a lot of football, which these last couple of years been like, and then kind of tell me what was opening up for you passing game wise, and how you able to get those yards.
First, I want to give credit to my O-line, my receivers. My O-line, they played so good. They gave me enough time to throw. Our receivers did a great job of finding space, finding a little crease in the defense. But like Coach Lee said, I started my 8th grade year, wasn't really good. Last year, I was back up for Luke, one of my seniors. And you know, this year, I knew it was time for me to step up. It's just been a fun experience, and I know we'll be back next year.
This question is for Bart. You went from playing baseball to playing football, and would you say the stuff that you saw on the field playing football, would you say it's different from baseball? Like the mental aspects of playing baseball is the same as the mental aspect of playing football, or would you say it's different in terms of mental aspect when you're out there on that field as a quarterback?
It's completely different. You know, I'm a shortstop in baseball. Always got to be in here mentally, but you know, football is a whole different animal. You got to be in the game at all times. You got to know where your reads are, know where you're going with the football pre-snap, and you know, it's just different. You got to be here different mentally.
Coach, we talked about it while it was going on. It was kind of a game of surges. It kind of reminded us a little bit of some basketball games we've been to where you guys surge ahead, they surge back, you surge again. Is there anything you can put your finger on that you think made a difference when they came back on you there in the fourth quarter? Because, I mean, I think you had all the momentum and everything going your way.
Yeah, good players, you know, I don't want to take away anything they did. I think that quarterback's a really good player, one of the better quarterbacks we've seen all year. And he made plays. He made plays when it mattered the most, whether it was pulling it down, scrambling, make some big plays. He makes them go. So yeah, I thought a lot of credit goes to him and their players. I thought when they needed the most, they stepped up and made plays. I think that's what it came down to.
Okay. Final comments from each player, and then Coach, you'll close it out.
I just wanted to thank my team, Coach Lee, Coach Jordan, all the coaching staff. We had a great season. I know we'll be back next year, and it's time to get to work now.
And I love this team. Nothing better I can say about this team. They were there thick and thin and everything else. 110s in the summertime, everything. They're gonna get it right.
I want to congratulate Southern Lab on their win. They were a really talented team. We were really talented too, as well. But we came up short. Still led a team. We're gonna be back.
Yeah, like I said in the opening statements, I can't say enough about our school and our community, our seniors, and our players. You can't do it without good players. We had good players. You don't get here without good players and good people. And I thought we had a locker room full of that. These seniors, I said it just now, and at halftime, I don't know if they realize now, but they will one day, what they've done for not just a football program, but for a school, for a community. And if you know what I mean, if you've been around, you know what I'm talking about. It's really unbelievable. You look at the pep rallies last night, and just the different booster club meetings throughout the year. They've just done something bigger than football. I'm so proud of them.